Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live with me, Ivan Likov, founder, lead developer, and CEO at Phone Network. I'm extremely excited to be here with you all today because we have, firstly, a ton of things that we need to talk about. Secondly, I have three things I want to share with you. So, number one, you've read from the title of this live, we're going to talk about the setup of the validator. Number two, I'm going to show you how the vesting period would work and look like for all of you once we go into mainnet. And last but not least, I'm going to share with you a sneak peek preview of what you should expect when Crypto Treasures comes out with its newest update. So stay tuned, relax, enjoy, grab a glass of whatever you're drinking, and let's dive right into it. Alrighty, we have Gizieri Gomez. Hi, Ivan. Gizieri from Brazil. Hello, hello. Very good job. A question. After the validator is finished, what will be missing for the network to be complete? So we're currently undergoing a multi-node testing. What that means, as many of you validators already discovered, we no longer run off of a single a single node. We run off of two nodes. What that means is that one node grabs all the transactions, bundles them into a block, decides, being the leader, decides which 5 people validate. When it's ready, it then broadcasts that block to another node. That node updates and is then chosen to be the leader. In this case, we only have 2, so they pass each other the leadership every time, chooses the 5 validators and moves on. When we have multiples, like hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of nodes on the network, a random one will be chosen each time to choose the next set of validators to keep it secure and to make sure those nodes are alive. So we are currently undergoing a test for those. And once that completes, there's nothing standing in our way. Now that we know that validation works fine, we know that everything is fully operational. And in fact, I can even shut down my validator because we have so many validators that are actually doing the job right now, and which is good, meaning that there's no central entity required to run the validation. So kudos to you all that are participating in the validation. I'm really, really happy to report that thanks to a few of you members on the Telegram channel, we are able to actually get it running for those that had hiccups. So Weverton, well done, good job. Hilden, amazing. We're really, really doing absolutely everything possible to make it as simple as possible. And I will show you just that in today's live. Bruno Sun, hello, Ivan Likov. I hope and wish that everything goes well for the mainnet launch. After all, there are now only 2 weeks left until September ends, and we are absolutely full steam right ahead for the release of the mainnet. Hi, please talk about the phone mainnet launch. Q3 2024 roadmap ending soon, says News 24 Tamil. Yes, as I mentioned, we are currently undergoing those testings, and after they're done, we are up and ready for mainnet release. The way that mainnet will launch is first, as promised, alpha users will get the first 2 weeks to use the mainnet exclusively. Then it's going to be the gold beta users for 2 weeks, which makes it for all the users that have participated with 20 worth of Phoneras, meaning 20 silver or 1 gold. And then we're going to open it for the rest of the beta users for a week. And after that period ends, mainstream adoption, everyone. So let's stay tuned for more lives next Saturday or the Saturday after for an exclusive live launch. Well, more on that when time comes, guys. Okay, we have Mahdi M. Hi, Ivan. Good to see you. And my chat just jumped. Okay, good to see you again. Double hearts, triple hearts from me to you. Hope you bring us a lot of good news. Well, we are just rolling them, baby. Welcome, Sir L. Smiley face from M1 Show 2000. Welcome to you as well. Uju, hi. Great expectations with many dollar signs afterwards. Okay, we have Wei Sin Lai. Hi, Ivan. Any news of WebSocket version validator? Yes, the WebSocket version, which is point 0.5 or oh 05, will be the next iteration of the validator. It will fix a few hiccups that we found that are just cosmetic, let's call it that way, but it will also establish a new way to set up the validator using WebSockets. More on that in the coming week. NT, crypto treasures, and a four-leaf clover. Well, you're going to see that, NT. Stay tuned. The Reaper, hello, Ivan. Hello to you as well. Virtual reality only high. Phone blockchain, absolutely. Good morning, phone family from Guitar 3DR. Good morning to you as well. It's good to see you in house. Hello, Ivan from Stance 91. Hello to you. I will definitely be talking more about the phone mainnet launch news 24 as we talk about validation today and setup. We talk about the vesting period and a sneak peek preview of crypto treasures at the end of this live. I'm going to have an exciting first preview of what you should expect when you actually create a wallet or import. We're going to create one for the sake of this example or and showcase, but it's definitely almost ready. John, good day, Ivan. Good day to you as well. Oh, Mike Totaro is here. Hey, Ivan, I emailed your support team regarding our talk from a few weeks ago, but haven't heard back yet. Hope all is well. Our dev team is interested in collaborative work with you and phone. Most definitely. As mentioned, I was traveling last week, so I'm going to remind the support to resend the email as I get hundreds. So apologize, I must have missed that one, but I'm going to have them send the email, and we're going to be in touch as early as Monday of this coming week. Thank you for your patience. Virtual reality only. My validator work excellent. I'm so happy to hear that. In fact, I am really happy to hear that as we've been having a week and a half of trying to get it going for most of you guys. Morning. I would like, when will be released at exchanges, the phone token? Adiel Tavares asks. So Adiel, the phone token will not get relisted. In fact, our native currency that will operate on the custom blockchain will. So with the release of the mainnet expected in the next 16 days, we are going to relist or most likely list our phone coin on exchanges, and all tokens will be migrated to the native version of the currency. More on that in a few minutes because I'm going to jump into describing the vesting and how it works. So stay tuned for more information on that one. Once they have minimum viable product to show you, Mike, you are, oh yes, you are just continuing your message from collaborative work with you and phone once they have a minimum viable product to show you. They're still working on it, but much progress is being made. We hope to touch base with you folks in good time regarding collaborative discussion. Absolutely. In fact, this is perfect timing as we are getting our SDK to the final stage where third-party developers and our collaborative associates will be able to use. So there's no better time for you guys to do that. So good job on your progress. I know very well how hard it is to get it to a stage where it's fully operational. Oh, Iripia, we did message each other last night, I believe, or yesterday. I just wish the crypto card rewards should increase. Well, we are obviously at the initial steps. Therefore, with the mainnet, there will be an update that will bring in more functionalities and more ways to earn and acquire more rewards. So stay tuned for that for sure. MacDM, how many validators now working? We are actually working on an API call that you guys will be able to see from the app itself how many validators. Currently, we are at about 50 to 100 at maximum setup, but not all of them are live at any given time. That's why I gave the 50 to 100 ratio. Okay, hello, Sokolov. Stefan, good to see you. First time catching a live. Justin Moore, welcome to the live. It's the seventh one, but not the last. So better late than never. And there's no better time to be here than all the goodies that we're about to unveil and launch. Um, Okay, we have Kyle Smith. Hey, Ivan. Hey, everyone. I always miss the live streams, lol. It's different time zones, and I'm usually always asleep by the time they start. It's 11 p.m. here in Australia. You guys in Australia are extremely lucky. First of all, welcome to you, and I'm glad that you were able to make it. You're always the first ones to get something, you and New Zealand. So when it comes to games, announcements, lives, and things like that, you guys are first. So you are lucky to be there. Well, besides all the spiders and snakes, I've heard they are, but that's just a myth. I'm sure they're not everywhere. Hi, Ivan. What is the first exchange phone coin will be listed? So we have already been listed on Probit Global and LA Token. We are looking definitely to resume those listings, but our first stop shop is L Bank. We really like what they do, and we really like the user friendliness of their platform. So we're aiming for L Bank to be our first new exchange to be listed at, and one of the top tier ones, of course. It's exciting to see you, Edward. Hi. Um, okay, good morning. Will the 5% distribution to paid mining sessions, says Tripolar Labs? Amazing question. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you guys. In fact, how about we pause for a second? I have a few more messages, and I'm going to talk about vesting distribution and what gets vested and what doesn't, because your guys are going to like what I have for you. Mike, no worries. Our lead dev is still working on his end too. Totally understand, and thank you for your understanding. But I would love to get the ball rolling and start the conversation as early as possible. Edward, when you said that phone coin was scalable, what did you mean by that? Could you explain? Yes, most definitely. So first things first, let's talk about what phone network is. Mobile cryptocurrency that is a part of a network, a full on mobile network. And because it's on our devices, it is easier to scale than it is to scale if it was on your computer. You don't bring your computer all over the world, but you bring your phone. So when we have the phone in mind, that's the first thing that comes to everyone's usage. What can I do with my phone? Everything. So that's what means that a cryptocurrency, or a network in this case, is targeting mobile devices. By all means, this is the best place to scale. Secondly, we have an SDK that developers will be able to use for their own sake of apps, games, whether or not they are blockchain wise or even Web 2 applications or day to day apps and games. Those could be merged and actually implement the phone network infrastructure within the already existing ecosystem that they have. And third, having the ability to use your mobile device from everywhere in the world, not only for actually acquiring the tokens, but using them, bringing multiple use cases, makes it a scalable project. Hi from Istanbul. Istanbul. Okay, hello to you as well. Allah, sorry, I must have butchered that name. We believe in phone, and I'm truly happy you do. We all are here at absolutely amazing community, and that's why it's becoming the best phone network that could ever be. Thanks to you all. Weverton in the house. Hello, Weverton. Good to see you. Thanks for all the assistance you're doing on the Telegram. It's extremely helpful to get all the validators' hiccups and issues that they might experience sorted and getting them up to speed and running. Amazing job you're doing. Okay, so excited to see Reborn for phone coin at an exchange. I believe you, Ivan. Thank you, Nagamaya. Thank you as well. I'm very good, technical worldwide, MH. Good to see you. News is coming. And last message, Kyle Smith. Well, before we getting, I'm going to jump to the chat again, guys. So if I miss your messages, I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to them, or you can even ask them again. But we're going to jump into things as we are already a quarter in our life. We do have plenty of spiders and snakes. You don't see them much. Well, that's even scarier if you don't see them. Like, I'd rather see a spider and get rid of it than see him and don't see him after. And I know who can relate to that. It's just not as dangerous as it's made out to be. Haha. Yeah, the same way how it's in Canada. People think polar bears walk around the street and it's minus 50 Celsius throughout the year, but it's nothing like it unless you live in, up north in Yellowknife or something. Then that is pretty cold. Summer is pretty wild, though. The sunburn is more deadly here. Yep, and sharks. The ones that are on the shore, mainly. Those are the scarier ones. Awesome. Okay, guys. Jokes aside, it is really fun, but we got to get to business. First, I'm going to show you how vesting works so we can visualize and see what you will be seeing when mainnet hits. And we're just going to get the window. I'm going to send him some phone, and we're going to use that same validator afterwards to set up our validation. So we're going to send him some phone right now. Let's just send him 1,000. And 1,000.12, just so we can eat up the network fee and actually receive 1,000 exact. But what I wanted to say is that the vetting period is over 20 months. But what I've done for this tutorial or for this showcase is in minutes. So we can all sit through it and see what we're going to get in a matter of 20 months, but for the demo in 20 minutes. So let's send him some phone. Look away, don't memorize my pin. And we have just sent this guy a transaction. You can see it's highlighted in blue. If I was to get another transaction, it would be a regular highlight. Therefore, this one represents that there's vesting. So you would see vesting period 20 months. I'm receiving 1,000 phone, and so far I've received 1,000 and 500, but I only see 500. Well, if I press here, you would see my total is 1,500, what those two transactions add up to. But I only see this because that's the one that's available as effective immediately. And this one is vested at 1,000 over the course of 20 months. But remember, for this demo, we're doing it over 20 minutes. So we're going to see what would happen when months passed in a matter of minutes here. Well, firstly, I would like to show you the newly added line of vesting. You can have multiple transactions that are vested, not the single one, and all the ones will appear colored like this in blue. So if I was to now refresh my validator, you would see now I'm at 550. At 4 p.m., which is what my local time is currently, at 4:17, I have received that transaction, and after a month or after a minute, I got 5% out of the 1,000. If I was to refresh it at 32 seconds, which has been almost 32 seconds, you would see that we're waiting another 10 seconds. You will see that it automatically disperse or gives me the ability to get another 50. What I'm going to do to eliminate confusion and eliminate calculations, I'm going to burn this 500 that I received, just so we can only keep track of the actual phone that it's vested. So there you go. We are going to wait for the transaction to update. And now you see I have 100 out of the 1,000, which is the total. 900 is still vesting. So it means that 2 months have passed. This is still ongoing. So 2 months later, I have 10% of my of my balance available. But if you wanted to stake you will notice that the full amount is available. You do have ownership of this 1,000 phone, but you don't have availability to use it for transactions just yet. You have it available for staking, because staking does not submit a transaction. So if I wanted to, I could use the entire balance to stake, and the vesting will automatically just be going down, and the available balance won't be moving because I will have staked the total of 1,000. In this tutorial, we're not going to actually, well, it's not a tutorial, it's a showcase. We're not going to go through staking, but as you can see, third month or third minute has passed, and now I'm down to 850 with 150 left to be used. So I can do whatever I want with this 150. I could send it. I could use it to acquire some NFTs from the marketplace, or use it within the various apps and games that us and other developers have created. So that's one thing that I wanted to show you. And we're going to wait through this, and we're going to start the validator right after. But if I was to refresh, there hasn't been another minute. So you won't see any increase. But I wanted to talk about what gets vested and what doesn't. So there's been a confusion in the community, and I am one to be held accountable for that. I've mentioned that vesting unlocks 5% immediately, and then 20 months at equal increments. But that is not the case when math comes into play, because 20 months with 5 being available immediately is actually 19 months. So on the 19th month, you will get your last 5% as opposed to the 20th month. But that is only going to apply to phone token and the legacy phone coin off-chain, the yellow version. So whatever is the outdated versions, those are the ones that will be for 20-month vesting, starting with 0 available on day 1, but on the 30th day, there will be 5% available to you. So while you're not able to transact it on day 1, you are able to stake it on day 1. Not only that, this is done for numerous reasons, one of them being, if you were able to transact 5% immediately and you have 100 million phone as a whale, you are able to also, let's just say you're also subscribed to our phone pass, you can create 10 or 20 wallets and stake phone immediately, leaving no room for the rest of us. So with that said, we are going to make sure that everyone has access to some phone when the mainnet is launched in the mainstream. As I mentioned, 2 weeks alpha, 2 weeks gold beta, 1 week regular beta, and then mainstream. So all of you are going to get a chance as alpha and beta users to stake some phone initially, and when mainnet hits, you're also going to be able to stake on day 1 of your phone being migrated. Make sure you migrate it as soon as you get access, because that's when your vesting period starts. And now for the really good news. Everyone that has used our premium power sessions or the regular earning, all of you guys will not, and I repeat, will not get a vesting at all. These coins from 320, about 60 million or 57 million here, and these about 2 million, those 60 million phone will be available to you at day 1 with 0 vesting. As we've got the messaging, well, numerous messages, but as we got some messages in the Telegram channel, oh, I paid $1 to get 240 phone. What, you're going to give me 5% over 20 months of that? That's not the case. You're going to get the full amount, and it actually fits perfectly with us running a sale right now, meaning that you're getting some discount and some bonus as you acquire some of the more higher packages. You are going to get access to them on day 1. So feel free to continue earning as you wish. So phone tokens and phone coins off-chain, the yellow ones, will have a vesting of 5% per month after migration. and those that are from mainnet phone. As you know, you have mainnet underneath the test. That is a 1-to-1 ratio at no vesting. Okay. Frederick, hello, hello. Way forward, hello everyone, hello to you as well. How many millions KYCs done so far? Oh, we don't keep track of that. Can we have private chat, please? Crypto research, feel free to reach out to me on Telegram via PM, and we'll continue the conversation for sure. When the mainnet? By the end of this month. Rennie, hi. Why did you end Card Clash? I really like the game Card Clash. Oh, we didn't end it. We updated it to Crypto Treasures, our formal name. In fact, it was the first name when the game started. And we are going to actually keep on upgrading it and make it even better than Crypto Cards back in the day and Crypto Clash or Card Clash wherever. So we're going to make the best of both worlds and keep on upgrading. And for all of you that think that all the cards, all the phone, or all the gold from the previous version are gone, they're actually in your legacy accounts. You won't see them until mainnet, but you will be able to migrate them by converting all the old assets into phone and then migrating it onto the phone network blockchain. So no worries on that one. Ibrahim, Ivan, I still don't know how to validate, but I get an email, and I'm with Asus laptop. Can it be used? Oh, most definitely. Asus laptops, Windows, no problem. Make sure you're in our Telegram group. Weverton is doing an absolutely amazing job at assisting us with getting set up with the validator for those of you that have weird hiccups or issues that acquire. And with that, we have Hilton in the house. Hi everyone, hi to you as well. I hope you're doing well. It's not like we didn't chat earlier today, but it's good to see you in the chat. Sam, hi Ivan. When I start my validator program, I get stuck on the second line, all green line, and it closes after a few seconds. It's a known problem. So Sam, to avoid it closing, make sure you run, if it's a Windows, CMD or command prompt. If it's a Windows, terminal or Linux, and navigate to the folder where the validator is located and run it that way. This way, it applies to everyone. This way, when it crashes, it doesn't close the window, but it stays at the window and it displays what the error is. So this way, you will know why it gave you an issue and it closed, and you will know what to do based on what the error message is. Let's quickly jump to our phone app and see how it's doing. We are already at halfway. So 417, it's 428. So it's been more than 10 months, 10 minutes. So I've got half of my phone available with half of it still left investing. Let's continue the conversation. Going to list on Coinbase or any exchange, Andre? Absolutely. A phone network is going to get listed on many exchanges, as many as possible as we grow. But Coinbase, I cannot guarantee 100%. We're going to try our best to list at as many top tier exchanges as possible. Tagalong is here. Hi there, Mr. Ivan. Hi there, Tagalong. Thank you for your assistance in the Telegram. Being an admin now is helping tremendously with us focusing on the blockchain side of things. And the rest of the admins are also grateful for your assistance there. So you're doing an absolutely, absolutely amazing help to the community. So kudos and thank you so much. Cuba Mic, trending TV. For those that doesn't receive link for validator, how can we go about it? Well, if you haven't been a part of the alpha or beta testing, you will receive or won't receive an email. You will receive the announcement that our mainnet is live, and so are our validators. You can go to our website when the time comes, and you can download it for the platform of your choosing or multiples per se, and get it sorted that way. For now, it's only available to alpha and beta users, so they could get ready for mainnet release. In fact, those are the ones that are going to run the network for the first few weeks. Dark Lord Gaming. So once the chain is released, how many time will it take to release on exchanges? We're actually aiming to release it alongside the mainnet release. Therefore, I could answer that question as soon as I have a final from the exchanges that we are listing. I could give you exact dates, but our aim, our goal is to list alongside the mainnet. Otherwise, it's not optimal. Let's call it that way. Thank you very much. Welcome, sir. Has tag along. Thank you as well. Thank you. Um, all this is confusing, Brandon. I'm not sure what exactly confuses you, but I would love to share some, shed some light to what confuses you. I could go on and expand on what I meant. So, guys, we are halfway through the stream. We're going to wait a couple more minutes for the transaction to to get final. But what I wanted to mention and share with you is that the moment that our validator finishes its vesting period, let's just refresh the blockchain real quick. The moment that there's no more vesting, this transaction will turn darker gray or gray when there's no more vesting, meaning you would know as you scroll or you go through those transactions, you will know which ones are actually still in active vesting and which ones are not. So makes it easier on the eye. Okay, please explain the one-to-one ratio again, Uju asks. Yes, definitely. So for those of you that have used the phone network app, or previously known as cloud earning, and our games, Crypto Treasures, Crypto Planet, I can name them all, but those products that we've had, you have been acquiring a phone token. That was a cryptocurrency that lived on the Solana blockchain. It was previously on Ethereum and Tron, but let's say the latest one was on Solana. So that is not the native currency that our network with its custom blockchain works. The native one is Phone Coin. We did have an early opportunity for people to earn the new coin off chain, and that was acquired through the gold version of it back in 2023 to 2024 January. And that is the gold version. Let's call it that one because this is blue. So the gold version of Phone Coin. The phone token will get converted at 100-to-1 ratio, meaning 100 phone tokens from the old Solana-based phone will equal one phone coin on the custom blockchain. The off-chain early pre-release phone yellow version will be migrated at 20-to-1 ratio. That means that 20 of the phone coin off chain will be converted to one phone coin on chain. All these that I just described will undergo a 20-month vesting period, meaning on the day of the release on the day you get your hands to the mainnet, you would migrate your asset by a simple click of a button, and a transaction just like this one I'm showcasing right now will appear, and you will see the amount you've had all converted into phone coin with its vesting period in months. We are doing it in minutes, just so you can see the entire vesting period done in less than 20 minutes. But for you, that would be 20 months. 5% becoming available each and every month for you to use. But the entire amount would be available on day one for you to stake. So even if you have multiple transactions with vesting, you will still be able to stake that amount instead of waiting for the 20 months to pass to get your hands on them. But this 800, it's transactable, meaning you can send it anywhere you want. Or in fact, use it in our apps and games as well, or other people's creations. Now, the phone that's been earned for free or through premium earning sessions, that phone is coming in under this line in the form of phone mainnet. And that mainnet phone acquired through earning, whether or not it's free or paid, will get migrated at 1-to-1 ratio, meaning one phone mainnet equals one phone coin on the mainnet blockchain. And that will not have any vesting period. So you can use it immediately. I hope that cleared up some questions about that. Looking forward to staking my $10,046 worth of phone ASAP. Well, Mike, while you will be able to stake, I cannot guarantee you that the full amount will be stakeable because there will be a limitation to a 0.01% or up to 0.001 or a thousandth of a phone to 100th of the users of the total supply. So if the total supply is 1,000,000, like it is in this example, you can stake between 100 and, well, not enough phone, obviously, 100 and 1,000. So 0.001 to 0.01% of the supply. So your 10,000 might be exceeding the limit, but you can stake at max. That's one thing you can do. Okay, progress. Any hope of listing on Binance or Bybit? I feel that is where most of the liquidity is. Also, what can we do to migrate the legend, or you meant legacy account? Nothing you can do at the moment. With mainnet release, we are going to announce that you can now just log in by going to the more and log in. Use, if you're on Apple, you will see a login with Apple as well, but Google, Facebook, or Apple, and you will see your amount. You hit a big button that says legacy, and you're good to go. And to answer your Binance and Bybit, there is hope. Obviously, for all the exchanges, there's hope. There's nothing we can't achieve, guys. It's a matter of when and if we play our hands right, our cards right. Cards, you see, crypto cards, what I did there. So that is what matters, is to keep on progressing and evolving, and eventually we'll be on all exchanges. So thumbs up for that. Alrighty, we are at the 37-minute, which is 20, quote unquote, 20 months or 20 minutes later. So I'm going to refresh one last time. You will see the transaction has turned gray. It is no longer, well, it's still saying that there was a vesting of 20 months, but it's no longer vested. I have the full 1,000 available with 0 phone being vested. So thank you for sticking through that showcase. We're going to jump to Validator in a few minutes. But before, let's just jump through and answer a few more questions. I got over 40 million waiting to migrate. That is amazing, Brandon. Good job. Please, sir, after mainnet, when list exchanges we us? Well, as soon as possible. We must list alongside the release, if not a bit later, but definitely as soon as possible. When is phone listing? Top News Media just answered the question. Top News Media, when the release of mainnet, yes, tag along is even helping here in the chat. Amazing, thank you so much. Okay, well, amazing, absolutely. Well, guys, we are already at almost 40 minutes into it, so let's dive right into the setup of the validator, and then I'm going to give you a sneak peek preview of crypto treasures and what to expect when the update finally rolls out. So I'm going to share my screen and window screen, and you see nothing. Well, you can see my mouse, hello, but you see nothing because this will be our canvas for us to work on. First things first, how does the validator work? It connects, I might stop the sharing for a second. It connects to a node that is already operational and has the full blockchain on, and it allows to receive transactions, validate them on the local machine, and send them back with check marks for which ones are valid and which ones are not. The ones that are not valid get erased. The ones that are valid get batched into a block and stored on the phone network blockchain. So first thing to do is to receive an email from us. If you haven't already, that means you're not part of the beta or it's in your spam folder. So you must look up there as well. Once you get it, you will have it in a zip file. make sure you unzip the file. Running it through the zip is not a good idea and will not do you good, as it will automatically fail upon launching. Now you will see magic trick from having nothing on my screen. Now there's a folder, and that folder says Mac. I'm running on a Mac, therefore Mac is what you will see in that file. In that example, I'm opening up, and you won't see this one. This is just so I can use it at a later stage. For now, we're focusing on those 3 files that you will see when running the validator. And just for a quick second, I'm going to change it so it is the default config file you see. And there it is. That is correct. Okay, so when you receive your validator, it's going to look like this when you unzip it. Number 1 priority, unzip the file into a folder, then open up the folder, and you can open up the setup guide. You can read through it and follow the instructions, but I'm going to do a demo here. Might as well just set it up without them. So the config file is your place to go. Number 1 priority, open it, not with your browser or anything else, because you won't be able to edit it. And here's how it looks in a browser. I cannot type anything in it. You have to open it in a text editor, either the text edit on Mac or on Windows. Brain fart. Notepad, thank you, Brain. And on Linux, it's also a text editor. So you open it with your text editor, and now you're able to input data. That is great. Number 1 priority when setting up the validator. Can I actually increase that? Yes, I can increase it for you to see. Okay, perfect. So number 1 priority, do not remove any commas, any quotes, any information that you shouldn't. Do not remove it, as it's going to fail and it's not going to work. What we have done in-house is we have set some default ports, the internal one and the external one. And we have also set something new that wasn't in the previous demo. So for everyone that has watched the previous demo, no need to, because this is an updated version. And we've preset it to UPnP, or Universal Plug and Play, which means that you don't have to go to your router, you don't have to open those ports, but we're going to do both for the sake of this tutorial. You will see nodes URLs. That means the nodes that are either currently active or the ones that your validator will be connecting. There could be 100 here, there could be 1. It tries to connect to one that's stable, and if it can't, moves to the next one until it finds one that is stable. We're currently testing with 2 validators, nodes, and the host is you. That is your IP address, or if you are to set up a domain, which we'll do in this tutorial, you would put that in here. Lastly, you have to set your private key. That is the private key of your wallet, of the phone network wallet that you're going to be using to validate. So number 1 priority is to set up from top to bottom. We can choose to change the ports, but those seem to be the ones that a lot of people are setting up. For a fact, I'm going to change it just so you can see that those ports don't really matter unless another application is already using them. Then you obviously cannot use something that's already in use. So we're going to change this port to 5555, and we're going to change the external one, to 6666. For those of you that are superstitious, we're going to change it to 7, so we're lucky that way. So 5s for internal and 7s for external. We're going to make this to false. That is a Boolean for everyone that is not aware. It's either a true value or a false value. If it's true, it's going to use UPnP. If it's false, it's not going to use UPnP. But make sure you don't add quotes and don't think you've deleted them. They are not supposed to be there. Okay, so here comes the next part, your host, your IP address that you would place in here. So how do you find your IP address? Well, first thing is to actually go to whatismyip.com. Whatismyip.com. Here comes 37.19.2.11.75, the IPv4. That is what you're looking for. This is what the host is. So I can easily just copy and paste it over here without any spaces. Make sure it's right after the first quote and the last one ends it. And that is all you need to do, literally. But if your IP address changes and is not actually static, some of you might not be sure what static means. It means that it's changing once in a while. You can use a special tool either in your own router, and if you're not sure how to navigate to your router, it's usually just changing some stuff over here. Okay. So usually your router is located at 192.168.1.1 or 0.1. Mine is set to 220 over here for various reasons, but you would navigate to your router and log into it and navigate to, yours would look different. It all depends on the type of router you use, but you would navigate to your NAT forwarding, port forwarding, web, somewhere where it says port forwarding, and you would add a new one. You can see connected devices by pressing this button, and you can see ones that are connected. For example, I know that my Mac is this one, so it would put the IP address of the device. That's not the public one, that's the local one. I'll put the service as HTTP. Doesn't matter, this is a name, it's just an alias, makes no difference. Now we put external and internal. What did we set our internal? 55555, and the external at 7777. So the external 7777 and the internal at 5555. And the protocol could be TCP or UDP. We're going to use TCP. Doesn't matter, you don't need to know that. So saving here, and you would see there is one that it's been set. So now that I've set my ports here and here, I'm not using UPnP, I have my IP address, and I only need to enter my private key. How do I get my private key if I'm one that forgot to save their private key? Guys, you have to save your private keys somewhere safe. Do not save them on your Google Drives or online Notes app, as your accounts can get compromised and you can lose access to your assets that way by someone gaining access to your private key. But for those of you that don't know how to get it and didn't save it, here's how you do that. You open your app, and we're going to do just that now. Just got to rerun it. You can see it's going to just flash in a second. We are definitely going past the 1 hour today, but if you're sticking around, you're going to see the Crypto Treasures early look of how the game would look like. Joseph Barbera, good to see you. Crypto Treasures coming in a few minutes with an early look. So you would go to your wallet or profile, and the gear icon will give you a way to back up your wallet. You enter your mine is super hard to remember, pass code, and you will see your private key. You copy that and you place it into that file, which now is hiding from us. But if I press this, we're back in business and we're going to paste it. So now that this has been pasted, we're good to go. We can save the file by going into text edit file, save, or Control S or Command S on a Mac, and you are going to be able to run the validator. I'm running a VPN, so that isn't my IP address. So I'm going to actually get it off the camera, and I'm going to input the actual IP address that I'm running at. Okay. Well, you know what? That is actually a perfect time for us to go into and set up if your IP address changes on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, depending on your internet service provider. I believe it's good time for us to actually set up our domain. This way, you would also see how easy it is to input either the IP address or the domain name. Alrighty, I'm just going to go to my hosts, which I haven't set any, and I'm going to get you familiar with a free to use service for the most part called No IP. So if you go to noip.com and you log in, create an account, and you come to this page, you would hit dynamic DNS and you would create a host name. Notice that the IP address automatically populates, so you don't even have to remember it. You just call it phone test 123 or whatever you want to call it. Choose a domain that you use. I like ddns.net, and you create the host name. That's how easy it was, and this is going to be your domain that you would use. You can paste it here, whether you do it with an HTTP colon and / or without it, doesn't matter, but make sure it does end this way and not that way, and no spaces whatsoever. We're going to protect that as much as possible, but for now, make sure that it is just the domain name and nothing else. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use one that I've already set up, but this is how easy you set up one yourself. So me using one that is already up and running, operational, I'm going to put that. Okay. And there it is. Right here. Awesome. So take a look at that. I've set up this one already. I can remove those guys and I could hit save. So now it's going to go to the domain, which leads to my IP address. Let's just make sure I see the stream as well. Okay, and it's going to try this external port 7777 and lead to my computer at 5555. Let's save this file and see what we're going to get. An error, but let's see what error we get immediately. Right there. Let's run it. And if you see this wallet is not staking, this is great news for you. Let's actually enlarge that, and I can use, that enlarged not only the window, the text, but the window too. So let's just go minus for a few, and let's go plus again, okay, for you to see easier. Okay, so as you can see, it is running on port 5555. It is connecting to the first node it's on the list, and it's accessing my wallet, the one that I've put the private key for, but it says it's not staking. And let's change that. Quickly jump to, let's minimize those two. Alrighty, so let's just go over here and we're going to have to stop the node that I'm running on my computer and restart the app. So we connect to the validator that is currently running, connect with the validator to the network that is currently running. I'm updating my network. And with that said, I have 1,000. So let's stake that 1,000 because we need to be staking in order to acquire that. Oh, we don't have enough. That is due to a blockchain miscommunication. Let's quickly resync. Get that amount, and it's 0 because obviously that is a different iteration of the chain. So let's wait for that to quickly propagate and stake our 1,000. So now that your wallet is actually staking, let's try and run the validator once again and see what's going to happen. And there it is. We're running it. As you can see on Mac, when you get an error, the window doesn't close, but on Windows and Linux, it does close. So for this to work, you would open it in terminal or CMD, command prompt, and navigate to the folder and run the file. But as you can see, here I am already live and I'm validating transactions. It is perfect. It is good. It is awesome. I'm already receiving rewards for validations that I've done. And that's how easy it is to set it up. Now let's actually, well, that was a bit harder than what I'm about to show you. Let's now open our config file again. But this time we're going to change a few parameters. We're going to set it at 6666. Oh, we didn't like that, did we? 8888, and then the ports to be 9999. But we're going to set that to true this time. Remember, we did those manually. Now we're going to have our router set everything for us automatic. You choose whatever you want for this and whatever you want for that, and we set the ports automatically. Here's how that would look like on your router end. All you have to do on the router end is navigate again to that same place for port forwarding. Remember I showed you earlier, but instead of going to port forwarding, go to UPnP and make sure that is enabled for you. If it's disabled, just enable it and you're good to go. On some routers, you literally see them on one page and you can easily enable that one too. And once it's enabled, all you got to do after saving your config file with the UPnP to true and the numbers is just run the validator and watch. This is now much easier. I didn't do anything. I didn't open ports. I didn't look for my IP. I didn't do anything for the local machine. It did detect that it's set up, that it's UPnP type of a setup. It ran on port 8888. It successfully mapped the port 9s to 8s, connected to the node again, opened my wallet with the private key, and I'm waiting for transactions that I'm validating automatically. And just like that, it is up and running. I could leave it running on my computer, no problem. But in my case, I'm going to actually shut it down as we don't need to run it more. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you set up the validator. If you're still experiencing issues, please rewatch the video because it's going to be available after the live ends on our YouTube channel shortly after in the live section, or join our Telegram at Phone Network for us and community members to assist you into sorting your issues out. Well, a few minutes for messages, and then we're jumping into the final piece of the puzzle for today. The first early sneak preview of crypto treasures, what to expect when the game launches in the next few, I'm not going to say when, but in the next X days. Days, not months, days. Alrighty, so Ultra Hustle. Are we still getting 5% on TGE? No. If you are using the premium and power earning sessions and the free earning in the Phone Network app since the January or February of this year, you're going to get those without any vesting. But for Phone Token and Phone Coin off-chain, those that are migrated, and converted at 20-to-1 and 100-to-1 ratio, those will undergo a 5% vesting for 20 months. So on month 1, you get 5, and on month 20, you get the last 5. 20 months at 5% vesting. But you can use it immediately for staking. Let's say you immediately receive the total amount for staking, but 5% will become transactable every month. Is there any giveaway for those that have been earning phone since PhD on cloud earning? Well, technically speaking, the free earning of 5 phone a day is a giveaway for you to be part of the undergoing blockchain build, but we are going to do some promotions on our channels with the release of the mainnet. So stay tuned for that as well. John, greetings, boss. I'm JD Sagusius from Nigeria. Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you, John. Sorry if I butchered your nick. Will I be able to withdraw my phone coins on mainnet launch? If they're the phone earned through premium and power sessions, definitely. If those are ones that are phone tokens that are migrated from the previous iteration, there is a 20-month vesting period. Green Karma, one of your apps, it is built with partnership, close partnership with CO2 cards. But yes, we are the ones that have developed it initially. So you could count on it being updated after mainnet will communicate with the partner that we've developed it with. And we're going to decide where it takes us. Thank you, Virtual Reality, only for answering that question. I'm a bit slow on that. What other apps is there? So we currently have the crypto treasures that you're about to see an early sneak peek preview, and crypto cards. We did have others in the past. They might or might not get updated, but stay tuned and you will know. Tagalong has a question. I got a question for you, please, sir. If I put my laptop to sleep when I go to bed, will it close the validation and make it end the running of the program? Most certainly it will. It must be live, meaning it must have an active internet connection to be able to receive the block of or the batch of transactions, validate, send them back. If it's not, then it's going to get kicked out until you open up your laptop and you're going to see a message that says validator updated, meaning you're now back online. That's why I recommend using a small desktop PC that's just a box, or a Raspberry Pi is a great option. It's low voltage, low power, easy to maintain. So definitely not use your main computer that you put to sleep and use on daily basis. I still have Crypto Planet on my phone, but I don't know if there are plans to restart. Crypto Planet is one of our older games, and it will require a lot of work to revamp. We do have plans for a different gameplay, but an update to that one. So you can keep it if you want, or you can delete it, and when time comes, reinstall it. It will be a part of an update that you will receive, but that's later down the line. Okay, that's what you thought, Tagalong? Yes. And now for the final moment, for the exciting new look at what you should expect with, obviously, usually in early gameplay previews, you see a little text on the bottom that says not actual gameplay, or if it is actual gameplay, things are subject to change with the release of the game and they're not final. This is what you see here, but for the most part, I'll show you what to expect. Not a full demo, but a sneak peek preview. So let's share my screen and show you what you should see the game. Much different than what it was before, isn't it? But the good thing is you can either create or import wallet from the already existing phone network or even crypto cards account that you have. So easy peasy. Let's create one. Oh, very familiar. Oh, look at that. I'm going to enter my super hard 4-digit PIN code. And after doing so, I'm not going to use biometrics, but I'm going to give it a name. And I'm going to give it a name for first preview. Here comes first preview, and we're going to save. Make sure you save your private key. Yes, I did save it already for demo. Doesn't matter. And after updating, look at that. Profile comes here. Level 1, 0 out of 10 XP, and I have stamina of 25. What is stamina? Stamina is used for treasure hunts. Your stamina resets in 24 hours. So daily, you have 25 stamina. There is gold, there is phone, there is Tether, and there is Bitcoin. That is correct. You can actually acquire Tether and Bitcoin besides phone in that updated game. So let's go on a journey, shall we? We press play or the map, and we choose which island. Those are procedurally generated. Therefore, the layout would always look different, and those have different odds of acquiring something special. For this demo, I'm going to go to the smallest island possible, and we got a chest. You know, the chances of getting a chest, besides the first one, it's always preset, but the chances of getting a chest are very, very, very low. This is like the best thing that could ever occur when going on a journey. We have 30 clicks that we have to do, so let's go through them. Open the chest slowly. 14 more, 10, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we get. Let's see. And we've got all eyes on the top. We've got drum rolls. 0. Or 15 BTC, 15 Satoshi, 0.00000015. That's 15 Satoshis. If I'm not mistaken, that's about a cent. USD, let's see. 0.123451615, and that is 1 cent, 0.9. So that is exactly what you would expect. Well, let's go on another one. I'm not going to finish it, but just to show you, procedurally generated. Should we go on the smallest one or something bigger? Let's see in the chat. I want to see a number 1 through 5. Let's look at a number 1 through 5, guys. And we've got number... No numbers? Oh, we got number 3, the Reaper says. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2... Oh, that's 2, that's 3. So let's go on number 3. Lai says 2. And let's look at this. Oh, we got a pirate. We have 30 clicks to do. So let's click on the pirate for 30 times and see what we get. Boom. And we get... We might not see that update here, but we got 2 gold. That's great. Awesome. You will be seeing this pop up every time, but for now, we saw the first one as being BTC. The second one is gold. You have 23 more stamina left. And just as you can see, we have items that increase your click rate or even make it automatic. I don't know. Automate. I cannot share more news. We have quests and we have the shop. We have a daily quest, but more on that later. And that was the first preview of the upcoming update of Crypto Treasures. It connects via our SDK to the rest of the network. It can use your phone that you already have. It could acquire more even, and to say the least, Tether and Bitcoin make its comeback to the game. So I'm really happy that I was able to show you that. Do the demo. We'll see you all in the chat. Stay positive. Stay tuned for more exciting news and announcements. And with that said, I also can't wait for the release. Tag along. So I love it already. Virtual reality only. Thank you. You can download Crypto Treasures from the App Store, from the Google Play, and we're also going to be releasing it on the Apple App Store as an update, but once it's ready. That was the first look, first preview of what you should expect. And Joseph Barbera, that's great, Ivan. Thank you. NT, ahoy, Captain. Good to see you. The Reaper, can we expect the Crypto Treasures in the 5 to 7 business days? I cannot say that, but I can say it's going to be released very, very soon. I don't want to give you dates that I cannot meet, okay? That's number 1 priority. But I can say that we're aiming. Let's leave it at aiming. You take what you want from that. Aiming with the release of the mainnet or a few days before / after. So around that period. Less than a month for sure. Uju, can there be room for next of kin? I'm not sure what you mean. I must be missing something. Much love to you and your team, Mr. Ivan. Much love to you guys. Tag along. Thank you again. Much love to everyone. I still want your shirt, virtual reality only. I haven't forgotten, guys. Shirts are coming as well. And so is more news on something physical, okay? Physical, soon. We have progress. We've made progress with the physical information, let's call it that way. More on that in the next live. Stay positive again. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.